I am not an attorney or a medical, but I can read and I am pretty smart. What does a Hippocratic oath say? Hippocrates. This is a sliding, slippery slope to totalitarianism. What is next? Forced vaccinations? Are you on the page with Mr. Gates, who is also not a medical doctor? He's a computer geek who happened to get very rich. I'm going to cover my mouth. I'm going to be muzzled. I abrogate my God-given right to free speech and to take in God's life.
I'm here this afternoon on behalf of myself, simply to let you and the rest of the commissioners know that we are Americans. What is your limiting principle? Is it going to be tomorrow you must all wear blue shirts? Thursday you must all eat pepperoni pizza? Friday eat pineapple pizza? Where is this? We'll simply point out that people fart. What does that mean? When you fart, people smell it. If this virus particle is larger than a fart, you will smell it whether you are wearing a mask or not. You will catch this virus.
This is not about health. Let's get real. This is about control. The virus is running its natural course. The viral load is lower. So this is Commissioner Lauber's personal move for control. And to illustrate that, he tells you that you can wear a cloth mask, which does nothing. So he's lying to you. Against this, I oppose it. I appeal to the honor of voters and the commission that they reject this fear-mongering on the part of our so-called Commissioner Lauber, who's not doing this for us. This is about him.
Thank you, sir. And it's pronounced Lauber.
In practically every municipality across the nation that has enacted mandatory mask laws, the crime rate has soared. This is because criminals being allowed to openly hide their identity with a face covering are emboldened to commit more crimes, sometimes in broad daylight. Non-N95 face coverings will not prevent the spread of COVID-19.
My name is Dr. Russell Rasicki. I'm a registered architect. My wife and I personally worked alongside someone who had the virus in January. In close proximity for weeks, neither of us became ill or were affected by it. I soon took an antibody test and it came back negative. My own personal experience shows that the virus is not as communicable as some might think. I will not ask my children to wear a mask, nor will they go to school with one on.
Here's the problem. You are proposing mandatory face masks. When something is mandatory, that means you plan to punish those who don't comply. What is the punishment going to be? Will it be a fine, an arrest? Will you send people to jail? I can see it now. A grandmother goes to a grocery store to get her meds. Maybe she left her mask at home, or perhaps she can't breathe with a mask on. Are you going to tell that granny she has the right to remain silent? Are you going to put her in handcuffs and haul her away to the county jail so she can spend the night around drug dealers and gangbangers?
To mask or not to mask is the question. Unfortunately, face masks have become a divisive partisan symbol recently. I believe in the Constitution as our founding document, and it was written as our enduring covenant. I believe our Constitution system must be preserved, uncompromised for future generations. I support individual rights, limited government, and free enterprise. It is my body and my choice. If this mandate passes to include wearing masks at all times, I believe it's unconstitutional.
First and foremost, I am a person and a voice. And yes, I am not a lawyer or a doctor, but you should be here to support a voice and not those of a lawyer or doctors. And I don't support forcing people, making it mandatory to wear masks because there is no significant proof that shows the mask will protect me from any virus. I believe that actually by wearing a mask and maintain quarantine will lower our immune system and make us more susceptible to actually get it. You see, the cure is not mask and distance and mandating it, but gaining robust immunity through living normal and healthy lives.
Forced medical procedures have no place in a free society. You are afraid. This should not be a reason to make any mandate. We all know there have been many deaths due to wearing of masks, even though our media fails to report these disturbing tragedies.
That I am a caretaker for my 90-and-a-half-year dad. He's been living with me for almost 2 years now. He doesn't want to wear a mask, and he's voluntary. He's in his perfectly right mind. That I'm allowed the freedom to not wear one. And my dad, who has gone to Publix and Aldi with me, and he doesn't want to wear a mask. And, I don't want to have to put a mask, so then I can't take him to the grocery store anymore.
I am against removing the right to choose. I'm concerned about why we are so focused on the infection rate if the death rate continues to drop. My health is not and has never been your responsibility. It's unreasonable to try to force that responsibility onto anyone. If we are willing to give up our liberties because we are afraid of a virus with a death rate that is plummeting despite a rising infection rate, we have to question whether we ever really believed in liberty at all.
I cannot think clearly with a mask on. Requiring masks would make it easier for others to publicly shame me or otherwise not allow me into a business. I know for me personally, the isolation I feel since the pandemic has brought on a level of depression and worry. The worry is not of the virus. The worry is that we are cut off from each other as a society, not able to even see a warm smile at the grocery store from a cashier or passerby.